Our homes, offices, schools, hospitals, restaurants, and stores consume a massive amount of energy and money. $400 billion each year, in fact. Statistics show these buildings consume more than 70% of all electricity used in the United States. That's about 40% of our nation's total energy bill. Experts say this amount could be much lower, particularly when it comes to residential homes. Many homeowners don't realize their homes are virtual energy wasters and that they are paying much higher utility bills than they should be.
The typical home heated with natural gas in the United States emits about 8,000 pounds of CO2 a year. A home that's heated with oil is probably about twice that. That equates, for the homeowner, that equates to money. The average homeowner spends about $2,000 in energy costs annually in the United States. In New York, that's higher. That's about $2,500. And when you take apartments out of that equation and just look at single-family homes, we're really looking at $3,500 to $4,000 a year that people are spending, and easily 30 to 40% of that can be eliminated by making some simple improvements to their home. The biggest issues are with attic insulation, wall insulation, basement insulation, things that we collectively call the envelope of the house. And if there's issues with the envelope, that's going to cause cold air to come in the winter and warm air to come in the summertime. By fixing those issues and also upgrading heating systems and air conditioning systems, we can really reduce the amount of energy that it takes to keep our homes warm and cool.
Experts say there are a number of ways to reduce the amount spent on energy bills and make your home more comfortable and efficient. Taking steps such as upgrading insulation, plugging hidden gaps, and upgrading heating and hot water appliances to energy-efficient models, for example, can reduce your monthly bill immediately. Since it can be difficult to know where to start, and every house is a little bit different, the best first step is an energy audit.
The specifics of an energy audit may vary by region and by climate, but there's certain things that are specific to an energy audit no matter where it's conducted. First and foremost is just a thorough top-to-bottom investigation of the home. We're going to get into the crawl spaces and basement. We're going to get into the attics. We want to do a visual observation of the insulation and all the areas we can get to. We also may do what's called a blower door test. That's going to measure overall air infiltration. We want to see how much air leakage is happening into the house. We'll probably do some infrared thermography to see behind the walls, essentially, with an infrared camera. We want to see if the insulation's working properly. We'll typically do a health and safety test on the existing boiler and furnace to make sure carbon monoxide is not going into the home. We'll also look for mold or asbestos, things that contribute to poor indoor air quality of the home.
Using a combination of high-tech tests and common-sense evaluations, a home auditor provides information to the homeowner that documents issues and provides recommendations.
The energy audit has a set of specific recommendations for the homeowner to improve the quality of their home. These are typically insulation and air sealing upgrades. There also might be heating system suggestions. By making these improvements, it allows the home to be more comfortable. There's less drafts in the home. And then there's also the heating and air conditioning systems don't need to run as frequently. When they run less frequently, obviously the homeowner saves money as a result of that. Part of what we do is we'll come up with an energy model that helps the homeowner quantify how much savings to expect from these improvements.
When homeowner Jody Polina's energy bills kept rising each month and her home felt drafty all the time, she knew it was time to do something. After talking to her utility company, they arranged an audit by Green Audit USA, based in Long Island, New York. Green Audit performed a complete assessment of her home, showing her just where her house was losing energy and how she could take steps to reduce this loss and her bills.
I was concerned with my bill because I had a high oil bill, and I believe that's how it started. However, the auditor went around and he showed me where all the air pockets were. My attic needed to be insulated. There was no question. I was losing heat. So they insulated my attic, which was wonderful. There's not a drop of air coming through anymore, which makes me so happy because I never have to worry about that draft. I also had a draft on my front door, which they insulated. Because of what they've done, I now feel very comfortable that all the drafts, I'm not going to be losing any heat. It's wonderful. My house is now airtight. You don't have to worry about anything. That's a nice feeling.
Because Mrs. Paulina is a senior on a modest fixed income, she was eligible to receive a 50% grant from the state of New York for her project. The cost that she needed to pay was able to be financed over the life of the improvements.
There's different types of programs that are offered by the state and by the utilities. Some of these are based on income, so they're special programs for low and moderate income homeowners. But even homeowners who are well off, there's programs that the state offers that will either allow for financing or some incentives to go forward with energy efficiency improvements in your home.
As certified professionals with backgrounds in engineering, architecture, and construction, the team at Green Audit USA are experts at identifying how to make a home more efficient and more comfortable in a financially sensible way. Taking the needs and resources of the homeowner into careful consideration, Jay says there's a program for everyone. That's why Green Audit works with homeowners to create a plan that is not just a wish list, but achievable.
Obviously, programs vary state by state and region by region, and even sometimes town by town. What we try to do is come up with a set of recommendations that will help the homeowner achieve their specific goals. Sometimes it's about saving money, but more often than not, it's really about improving the comfort of their home. Not all improvements will pay for themselves. Some improvements are really more for comfort, others more for health and safety. Remember that if mold or asbestos, things like that, can be expensive to get rid of, but it's going to improve the health and quality of life for the homeowners. Other things are intended to pay for themselves, and it will do so. That's part of what the energy model is for, is to understand what are the savings related to the particular improvements.
To find out more about how to make your home more energy efficient or to schedule an energy audit, please visit greenauditusa.com or call the number on your screen.